Rise to the occasion.
What's up, gang? T. Scotty here. We're downtown Newport News at the Down and Gross Cultural Arts Center, and I'm going to be covering a couple of dancers from the Good Dance Project. So we're going to get it in a few. Y'all stay locked in with me, all right? All right, so look, now we're going to enter the actual dance studio during practice to see what they've been working on and see what they got for us. All right, so let's get it in. And I have a few dancers from the Good Dance Project sitting with me here. To my left, I have Kayla Scott. Right here in the middle, I got Onajae Edmund, and all the way at the end, I have Dominique Frazier. And before we get started, I do want to note that I got a few high school graduates in here, so let's go ahead and clap it up for them real quick. I clap it up real quick. I got two of them. So before we get into this interview, I want to ask y'all two first. Kayla, starting, what does it mean? Like, what does it feel like to be a college graduate? Like, how do you feel going? High school.
Feels good. It feels like I'm done, but I'm not done because I still gotta go to college. So.
Are you excited for that experience? Yeah. What about you? How was being a high school grad? Like, how does that feel?
I'm happy to be able to grow now and expand. To now have the freedom to start and exploring the world, and just expanding and growing.
So I feel that. I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that.
Freedom.
And then Dominique, she's going to the 12th grade and she's getting ready to start her last year of high school. So let's go ahead and clap her up. Dom, what is being stepping into the last year of high school? How does that feel for you right now?
It just feel like I'm at my finish line. I'm getting there, almost done, but not quite yet. Got a little bit more work to do. You got a little bit more work, but you're gonna get it done, just as all of you gonna do on the college level as well. So let's get into this interview now. So Kayla, at what age did you start dancing? Let's talk. I started dancing at 3 years old.
3?
With the Academy of Dance, yeah.
What about you, Onajae?
I started dancing at 4 actually. 4. When I was in Atlanta.
Okay, Dom, what about you?
I started at 3 also with the Academy of Dance.
I got you. Y'all was pretty young when y'all started. So Dom, tell me, what made you where did your love for dance come from?
Well, my mom always wanted to dance. And so once she told me that, I was like, I gotta stick to it. Yeah. And then it came it was just a part of the family almost. So it was always just in my heart.
I feel that. What about you, Onajae?
My love for dance came on recently. Before, when I was younger, it felt like a job. That's what I was supposed to do. Then I walked away for about 2 years, and then I didn't. And then when I realized how much I missed it, that's when I fell back in love with the art of dance.
I feel that. Kayla, talk to me.
Well, fell in love with dance. Ever since I started, it's been fun. I do it because I can express myself on stage. I like performing. So.
Like performing. What's y'all's favorite part? What's your favorite part about dance? What's the favorite part?
Performing.
Performing. What about you?
I would say for me, it's when I'm in the studio by myself and I can just dance without any judging or just extra. So I like to be in a more quiet place.
Don, what about you?
I would say performing, but also watching myself grow as a dancer and a person itself.
And that's exactly what we're getting ready to get into now, because the journey of doing anything, that's a hard journey if you want to be great at it. And I want to know, as dancers, Dom, starting with you, what was that process like, starting off at 3 or 4 and, gradually seeing yourself get better and then get to the point where you are now as a much better dancer?
I mean, I had to go to a couple different studios to see, this is really what I want to do, or is it just for fun for me? But once I made it to kind of where I am now, I realized this is what I want to do. I need to grow and keep pushing, so when I do get to school and go to college, I can get the experience of learning and get the experience auditioning for different schools and stuff like that.
I feel that. But Najee, what was the process like for you?
It was a little different for me because my mom is the owner of the studio. so I kind of was birthed into it in a way. And I was always good for the most part. But when I got to middle school and I started dealing with bullying and this and that, and I decided to play football, the growth was more personal than actual dance. So, and then when I came back and I grew that confidence back in myself, that's when I really started expanding and becoming even better dancer than when I left.
I got you. And sometimes you got to experience things like that, like the bullying. Not saying that's something that's necessary, but sometimes things like that help you realize like your ultimate purpose. And I'm glad you got through that. Kayla, what was the process like for you becoming a better dancer?
Well, the process was pretty easy because I was always good, because starting when I was 3, I used to always get pushed to the level higher, or like 2 levels higher, since I was dancing for the academy. So I guess I've always been good, but I've always been good at performing more than technical. But I'm getting better at my technique, so. Got
you. Kayla, you mentioned earlier that you like expressing yourself out there on the dance floor, and you know, dance is a form of expression. So what are you expressing out there on that floor? Game time.
Well, more with lyrical, I listen to the lyrics, so I try to express the song lyrics and the meaning, so, yeah.
I got you. What about you, Onajae? What are you expressing out there on the dance floor?
For me, I try to I dance to inspire. So for me, I always try to make sure that I always give my best performance when I am out there, so that somebody in that audience goes, maybe I want to sign my kid up, or Mom, I really want to dance.
That's real. Don, talk to me. What's up?
I come from kind of the same as both of them, but I also use my performance to push out emotions that I don't want to talk about, or something that is that I'm keeping inside. I use that as my performance.
Got you. And it's the same thing for me. Like when I'll take interviews, for instance. When I'm interviewing somebody, there's a purpose behind it, and I'm trying to express a certain story that people can connect with. So we're all relatable. That's why this is called Lead Through Sport, because every sport has a meaning, and we're all trying to connect the dots. So let's talk the program for a little bit. What do y'all love about Miss Iris? Start with you, Kayla. What do you love about Miss Iris, and then what do you love about the program itself?
What I love about Miss Iris is she's always like, how do I put this? Miss Iris is like inspiration to me, because the way she pulls everybody together, and like when we dance and stuff, it's just, she's more of an inspiration to me than, you know. But the program is good. I like it. It's good.
I mean, like, give me a little more. Does it push you? Like, does it push you? Does it make you feel? We'll come back. Think about it. We'll come back to you.
Yeah,
What's up? Talk to me.
So because she's my mother, I have just a slightly probably different point of view. But for me, I look at the hours that, you know, the people, like even the regular students, well, they're not even regular students, but even that they don't see. So I see the extra and I see the hard work. So my mom definitely is an inspiration. She's definitely right about that. And the program is growing every day. It's getting better. We get new kids in. So sign your kid up.
Absolutely. Don, talk to us.
Like they said, Miss Iris, she's an inspiration, definitely. She pushes us. I can say, like, she makes sure we all are good, regardless if it's with dance or anything. Yeah. She'll definitely push us. Gotcha. And then with the program, I would just say we're a big family. Like, regardless if we don't talk every day, everybody's a family. We make sure we got each other's back.
Absolutely. Being pushed to the limit, not even the limit, being pushed in general is very important, because if you're not being pushed, then you'll never know how far you can get. And Miss Iris gets the most out of her kids. So salute to Miss Iris. Lastly, starting with Dominique, give us one lesson that you've learned from dance that will help you in your career whenever you get older and going through college.
One thing I would say, you're not always going to be the best. There's always going to be somebody ahead of you that is better than you, but you should continue to push and don't give up.
Absolutely. Talk to me. One lesson.
I would just say what dance has taught me is simply confidence. No matter where you come from or what people say, because it doesn't matter what you do. People are going to have things to say about you. It doesn't matter short, tall, skinny, big. It doesn't matter. People will always say something. So what dance taught me was to just, if you love doing it, keep doing it.
Got you.
Dance taught me to be my own self. So
it's hard.
It's not really, I mean, it is a competition, but it's not, because can't nobody take away from your success. So, yeah.
Good. So being yourself, confidence, what was yours again?
it's always going to be somebody ahead of you.
Always going to be somebody ahead of you. So those are all transferable skills to the real world. Keep in mind in business, you know, there might be somebody that's better than you once you get there, but that drive and determination to get over that hump, that's going to push you in every aspect of your life, right? Confidence. You got to have confidence to be the best. You got to have confidence to put in that work to when you overcome adversity. For overcoming adversity, you got to have confidence to take it to that next level. And you always got to be yourself. Being authentic, being you will take you farther than you'll ever think. No comparisons, just, you know, be your best self, and that's that. Guys, I want to thank you for a great interview. You guys did great. Big ups to y'all for graduating. Big ups to you for, you know, getting ready to hit that pinnacle. And I'm going to see y'all soon. All right? Lead Through Sport out.
So take a moment. Let her know that she didn't have any heart. Well, Dorothy had an idea. Join us. Come, meet the Wiz. He's going to get Scarecrow some brains and get me home. And I'm sure.
All right, so now I have the owner, the lead dance teacher of the Good Dance Project, Miss Iris. How you feeling today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I can't complain. Before we get to this interview, though, I want to tell you thank you for everything you've done for my sister over the years, and congratulations on the successful program. Another year of, you know, wins and just growth.
Yes, and she's about to take that and go touch a whole nother generation.
Absolutely.
Isn't that the amazing part of it? When she tells me I want to open my own studio, it's amazing.
It came from you.
I know, and it goes and goes and goes.
Absolutely. So let's get into it. Where did Good Project, how did that develop, the Good Dance Project?
I have owned studios in New York as well as Atlanta. And when I came to Virginia, I've always thought of dance as a way to better the lives of young people. So I wanted to start a program that would expose dance to some kids who are on the right path, but mostly focusing on trying to get to kids who might not be, and to use the discipline and the dedication and all of the things that they learn in dance. It translates very well over to life. Absolutely. So that's what we built the program on.
Definitely, definitely. And what do you have to offer? What are all the different dances and everything? What all do you have to offer within
Well,
GDP?
we offer everything from ballet to tap to hip hop, and we also have our theater component where a lot of the students also participate in musicals several times in partnership with Hampton University, Down and Gross Cultural Arts Center, Hampton City Parks and Rec. So we give them as many opportunities as we possibly can to try to reach as many children from as many different areas of the city as we can.
And I feel like that's very important because especially in Hampton, Virginia, like little black girls need something to do and somebody to look up to, and boys too. And I feel like you're the perfect person for that platform. So good job. Building any successful company, it takes time. You're gonna hit highs and lows. Tell us about some of the difficult times you've had, you know, just building it up to where it is now.
I think that the pandemic has really been the thing. You know, it was hard to literally lose our home, our dance home downtown. The city was gracious, though we did get some funding, but it was the biggest thing. Even now, I'm debating continuing on past this year because it's a lot of draining, pouring into other people. I don't think people realize how much of yourself you give over. And this year, with all that has happened, it really caused me to be in a position to reevaluate how much I'm pouring out versus how much I'm preserving me, because we could be everything to everybody and nothing to ourselves.
Absolutely.
The biggest thing I think walking away from it this year that I've learned, though, is sometimes the work still has to continue. And so whether it's with me or with the young people leaving me, they're all motivated the same way. They're all going into different things. And no matter where they're going, I'm seeing that they're succeeding and they're leading. And so therefore there's something about seeing a person who truly has nothing more in their heart besides pouring and using what they have to better someone else, or whatever they have now. They take that and better the next generation. And that's all we can hope for.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. You mentioned the work still has to be done. So where do you see the company, you know, 5 to 10 years down the road? Where do you see that going?
Well, it was interesting because I did send out a notice to the parents that I was not going to continue past year 10, that I was kind of burnt out and tired. However, after the many conversations, and you don't realize you might be tired, but you really realize how impactful the work you're doing is, and it's beyond dance, it's beyond performing arts. It is the ones going to college, which is almost all of them. It is the attitude, the fact that they have something to do. So as we push into the future, I'm constantly right now a PhD candidate. So that was the big thing. I'm in school, and the PhD is very, very, very challenging for me. However, what I see is if it's not with me, that the work is going to continue in greater ways than I ever imagined, because each young person is enthusiastic. The ones who come out 4 or 5 years ago now are coming out of college and they're already reaching out trying to start a program. So the fact that all of this is this recurring theme of starting and expanding and keeping going. And the biggest thing is, you know, with my dad's name, I'm hoping that he is proud, that he looks and says, my daughter took my name and used that to change lives. That's why it's not a dance school, it's a project. It's about building and creating not only better children and better young people, but a better community.
Got you, that's really good. Last but not least, give us, you know, being a dance teacher, you're a woman of many hats as well. So, matter of fact, before I get there, talk to us about you're a teacher too at HU.
Yeah, I'm a professor
talk to us about that
University. I'm absolutely in love with being a professor. It is the one thing that I kind of entered into not sure, because I'd always worked with younger people. However, being over there and now in our developing theater program, and after the pandemic also rebuilding that's in a state of rebuilding, I see nothing but flourishing artistic programs as we continue to grow over there, and I'm excited about the future of that.
Got you. Last question. Out of all the hats that you wear between, you know, being in the PhD program, running this company, being a professor, how do all of those hats help you in your personal life?
I think that my number one job is to be a mother. And I think the biggest compliment, I have a son, J-Dell, who's 26, and he said, there's nothing I can't do because my mom did it. So I like to think that by the example I show my children, that I'm showing them what it is, because they always come first. So even as mommy is doing all these amazing things, if they say, mommy, I need you, then that supersedes all of the greatness in the world, because you can do everything for everybody, but if you didn't get your home in order, something is drastically wrong. That's real. So I hope that Onajae, now as he goes off to college, and Kayla, who is my baby, and Ariana, and Aaliyah, and Danielle, and all of my children go on, because it's not only the ones I gave birth to, but all the ones who I've loved, that they go on and take a little piece and hear me. Hear those things I say about not making that same mistake again, and about, you know, having that drive, that you have to have that discipline, that I want to go to the party, but right now I got to do this. And by them being in dance and not being able to go to the party because they had to do this, that those disciplinary things continue in their lives for eternity, and that they keep passing those lessons on, because that's the only way to make it. People always talk about dedication and the D's and drive and dreaming and constantly setting new goals for yourself. If I see it, I'ma do it.
Absolutely. That's how it gotta be.
If I want it, I'ma try it. I'ma fail, I'ma succeed, but I'm gonna definitely try.
Gotta try. You gotta try until you get it. And Lead Through Sport, this is what Lead Through Sport is all about. We're connecting dots, and she's connecting her dots through dance, through school, through teaching school. So for everybody out there watching, Lead Through Sport is that platform to get you over the hump. Ms. Iris, I appreciate you taking the time to do this interview with me, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
What does dance mean to you?
Dance is a way for me to tap into what I can't bring out in my everyday life, like my creative things that I like to do that I can't show everybody out in the world. Like, I'm just able to do it in the studio when I want to do it on the stage and things like that. So.
Gotcha, I like that. And lastly, what has dance taught you that you can use in your everyday life?
It taught me how to work with a group of people simultaneously and give each other our all and 100% and teamwork and things like that.
Good luck the rest of the way. What does dance mean to you?
Dance means a lot to me. I haven't been dancing for that long, but I've always had a passion for it. And so, like, to be able to translate music through my body and put it on stage, it's amazing.
That's tough. And how will you use what dance has taught you in everyday life?
One big thing that dance has taught me is how to memorize, like, on the spot. So, like, Miss Iris, she won for just giving us a random A count out of nowhere and just be like, all right, you got 5 minutes to memorize it. And so that helps a lot, like, when I'm at work, just trying to, you know, remember different things that people need, or just having a good memorization for schoolwork and everything else.
Gotcha. Good luck the rest of the way, man.
Rise to the occasion.